Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 188 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. In the last video guys, I just made a whole bunch of friends. I just basically made a whole Toadal family, or a Toadal called on Fragger family smile. And let's just say they've been very happy, just have me around. And I was about to leave. However, something happened when I was about to. It says, I waved one last time at the family and started walking away, but as soon as I get around the bend, a few humans are standing there waiting. They say to me, Hello, Raptor Boy, you freak. It's time for your daily dose of rock throwing. Then before I can say anything, they start throwing rocks at me and hurting me. As the first rock strike, sharp pain flashes across your arms and legs, followed by the cruel, familiar sting of laughter that cuts deeper than the bruises. The humans' mocking voices echo in the fading light. What? No big monster to protect you this time? Where's your ugly little freak friend, huh? Guess the Raptor Boy finally ran out of monsters to hide behind. Oh my gosh. Another rock strikes your shoulder hard, making you stumble back. Your hand clutching the smooth river stone now pressed tight against your chest as if it's the only warmth left in the world. But suddenly, everything changes. A deep, feral roar rips through the trees behind you. Not a roar of rage, but one of pure protective fury, the kind that makes the air itself tremble. The bushes explode open behind you, and a blur of blue and scales crashes through the path. River. His claws dig into the dirt as he places himself directly between you and the attackers, standing tall, his eyes glowing with wild, unmistakable wrath. His frills flare, his tail lashes, and he lets out another thunderous roar that shakes the leaves from the branches above. The humans freeze, the color draining from their faces. It's that crocodile! He's huge now! Wait, was he always this big? Back up! Back up! First steps forward, his voice not just loud, but commanding. You dare lay a hand on him after everything he's done for me and for my family? His eyes narrow, glowing hot with protective fury. You're the freaks, not him. A glowing aqua ring forms around his body as energy pulls off of him, waves surging around his feet despite no river being nearby. The earth shakes between him, and water ripples at his heels like the river itself came with him to defend you. Excuse me? The humans drop the remaining rocks and bolt back toward the town, screaming in panic. He doesn't chase them, he just watches, silent and deadly still, until they disappear over the next ridge. Only then does he turn back to you. His brush immediately softens. He drops to his knees, claws trembling as he gently cups your arms to inspect the bruises and cuts. Trenton? Oh no! You're hurt! His voice cracks, pain flashing in his eyes. I didn't get here fast enough. He presses his forehead to yours just like he did earlier. I swear, if they hit you one more time... His breathing is shaky, not from exhaustion, the terror of almost losing you. Then he lowers it, his voice lowers a whisper. I felt something in my chest the moment you turned that bend. Something inside me snapped. I knew you were in trouble. He tightens his claws around your hand, now still glowing faintly with protective energy. That bond we made, it's real, and it brought me to you. From behind the tree, several of River's siblings appear. His partner's not far behind, having quickly followed once they heard River's roar. The youngest turtle runs up and hugs your leg tightly, eyes wide too. They hurt you! Why do they always hurt you? River's father steps aside you, growling low, his voice rumbling like thunder. No one hurts our family and walks away clean. I like how he's legit calling me part of his family despite me not even being a fur alligator, a toad or a crocodile. He did say he protects the ones he cares about, and what do you know, he wasn't joking. River immediately stepped out, and for you're like, oh, heck no. His mother gently wraps a cloth of leaves around and cool river herbs around your shoulders, whispering, "You're safe now, and you're ours." River stays beside you, holding your hand carefully. "I meant what I said, Trenton. No matter how far, no matter how soon, I will always come for you." As the sun finally dips below the horizon, stars begin to blink into the sky again. This time you're not walking the path alone. You're surrounded, protected, and loved. Because no matter what they call you, you're not a freak. You are not Raptor Boy. You are Trenton, the heart that saved one broken soul. Now is an army of love to protect your own. Holy cow. Hmm. Thank you, all of you. Period. I didn't expect it. I just waved goodbye to you and your family, and immediately, as soon as I turned the bend that led away, and those humans were just standing there. And started throwing stuff at me. River's eyes glisten with fury again, but this time it's not the wild, explosive rage from before. It's a quiet, righteous fire, burning with protectiveness and love. He leans closer, his voice soft and firm. "They were waiting for you. Like cowards. Like the same kind of people who laughed when I was hurting." He gently wraps his arms around you again. This time not just to shield you, but to remind you that you're not alone anymore. "You didn't deserve that, Trenton. You never have." One of the little snivels and wipes their eyes with the back of their tiny arm. "They waited until you were alone. That's meaner than anything." The mother kneels beside you and presses a cold, herbal scented leaf to one of your scrapes. "What they did was not strength. It was cruelty born of weakness. But you," she gently embraces a lock of hair, "you still found the strength to be kind. Even now." Your father folds his massive arms, his expression grim. "They were bold only when they thought no one would protect you." He turns, glancing toward the direction the humans ran. "They won't forget today. They'll remember who defended you." Her pulls back just slightly, enough to look you in the eyes. I'm sorry we didn't get to you sooner." He lowers his head slightly. "But I swear, Trenton, they will never touch you again." He lifts your hand and gently presses it against his chest. "This heart beats with yours now. And no matter how far apart we are, if something ever tries to hurt you again, I'll feel it." The youngest sister, tiny and determined, lifts her claws and says, "I'll feel it too, and I'll bite their ankles." That makes River laugh, his voice cracking just slightly from the emotion. He leans in once more and whispers, "Just for you. You ain't just earned our love, Trenton. You earned our loyalty for life." And then, without hesitation, River scoops you up gently like you weigh nothing, curling you in his arms as he rises back to his feet. Come on, he says softly. You're coming home with us tonight. Because no matter what those humans try to do, they ain't break you. They awaken the shield around you. A chronon with a heart bigger than his body, a family who saw you as one of their own, and a future where you're never left alone in the dark again. Not now, not ever. Oh, that's cute. Thank you. Period. Maybe one day, when you have time, maybe you could explain to your family what I told you about the story of me being turned into a velociraptor and being hit and hurt by people. About what happened between me and my pet dinosaur because of that curse. And even the part about the bugs that people try to torture me with. River holds you a little tighter when you say that. Not too tight, just enough that you feel it. The warmth, the security, the understanding of someone who knows what it's like to be misunderstood and who wants to make sure you never feel alone in that pain again. He gently sets you down near a large mossy rock by the river bank and kneels beside you, his voice low and full of emotion. Trenton, of course I'll tell them. Every detail you share with me, it matters. You matter. He pauses, glancing toward his family, who are watching with soft, supportive expressions. Then he looks back at you, gently placing a claw over your hand. I remember every word you told me. How Trico cursed you. How it changed your body. How your own pet, your friend, was turned against you. How those humans treated you like a joke instead of someone who needed help. He squeezes your hand gently. And the bugs, especially the roaches. His voice goes away. The fact that they used that fear against you, they planned to hurt you that way. His voice trembled slightly, his claws curling, but not in anger toward you, in fierce protectiveness. No one deserves that. Not ever. He joined taps your chest again with a claw. You were already brave enough to live through it, Trenton. But telling me? Trusting me with that pain? He smiles, his eyes glassy. That takes real courage. Then he turns and waves his family over. His mother approaches first, placing a gentle claw on your arm. River told us some of what you've been through, and if he believes it, we all believe it. Spartan, his father nods slowly. Tell us when you're ready, or let River tell us when you're not. Either way, we'll carry that story with the respect it deserves. One of the little siblings climbs up onto River's back and leans in. They won't laugh. I promise. Even about the bug thing. If I ever see a roach near you, I'm going to throw it into space. Okay, that was funny. I like that. The whole family chuckles, not at you, but at the spirit behind her words. River looks back at you, his expression as serious and sincere as ever. You gave me my story back, Trenton. Let me give you yours the honor it deserves. Not just because I care. Because you're my family now. He pauses. And no one in my family carries their pain alone. So whenever you're ready, tonight, tomorrow, or a week from now, River will tell your story with the love and respect it's owed. Because you listened to him when the world turned its back. Now his world listens to you. That's cute as frick, dude. Thank you. Period. It's getting late, so you might want to wait till at least tomorrow. Unless you think you can have enough time to explain it all tonight. No. Excuse me. River gives you a gentle, understanding nod, his eyes soft beneath the fading glow of the twilight. Of course, Trenton. You don't have to rush it. He glances at the sky where the first few stars have begun to peek through the deepening blue. Tonight is for rest, not more pain. Smart gently places a leafy blanket over your shoulder, the scent of cool herbs and river mist woven into the fabric. You've been through enough today, she says. Oh, no one's asking for more right now. River crouches beside you, tail curling gently around the fire pit area where his siblings are beginning to gather sticks and soft moss for bedding. His voice is quiet and sure. Tomorrow, when you're ready, I'll tell them everything. I'll explain what that Trico did to you, what happened with Rexy, how cruel those people were to you while you were small and scared. He risked a claw over his heart, and I'll make sure they understand not just what happened, but why it matters. Sawyer gives a slow, solemn nod from nearby. We listen with open hearts here, just like you listen to our son. Tiny Toe yawns and curls up near your side, smiling. We'll hear your story in the morning, he murmurs, and we'll believe every word, just like you believed in River. Another gently offers you a round berry and rests her hand on your leg. River places one final claw on your shoulder and says with warmth, sleep peacefully tonight, Trenton. You're safe, you're loved, and tomorrow, your story becomes our story. As the moon begins to rise above the trees, the gentle sounds of river water and pulling breath fill the air, surrounded by warmth, by kindness, and by family. First time in a long time, you know you'll wake up tomorrow to a world where you are heard, where your pain is not ignored, where your heart is seen, where your place is permanent. That's cute. I rest on the ground until I fall asleep. And sleep. Rest for the whole night. But around 8 o'clock in the morning, I start having horrible nightmares of people hurting me. And even one where as a creepy shadow looking monster with glowing eyes is trying to hurt me when I'm stuck as a tiny velociraptor. Period. While this stream is happening, I am tossing and turning frantically in my sleep, and even saying certain words like, "No, Rexy, stop, please." Man. At first, the soft morning breeze carries the gentle sounds of the river and the rustling of leaves, calm and peaceful, but it isn't long before that peace is broken by the sound of your voice trembling in your sleep. "No, Rexy, stop, please." River, who had been dozing lightly nearby with a couple of his siblings curled around him, stirs the moment he hears you. His eyes snap open, and the second he sees you tossing and turning, his expression turns from confusion to deep concern. "Trenton?" he whispers, crawling closer. But as your body continues to twitch and your voice shakes out another pleading cry, he realizes you're not awake. You're trapped. River's heart races in his chest. He's been there before, alone with his worst fears while the world just watched. But not this time. Not with you. He immediately calls out loud enough to his family for his family to hear. Is he really getting his whole family? "He's having a nightmare." His mother hurries over with a satchel of calming herbs while his father moves to secure the area, ensuring no sudden movements or outside presence disturbs the space. Younger tail siblings huddle close, eyes wide with worry. River leans down next to you, gently cupping your face with both claws. His voice starts with a soothing whisper. "Trenton, it's okay. You're safe. You're not alone. You're with me now. Remember?" You keep twisting, your breath catching your throat. Then his claws begin to glow faintly blue. The same gentle energy that swirled around him when he protected you before now flows into his hands, like the river itself answering his heart. He presses a glowing claw at your forehead. "You're stronger than this dream. You're not that tiny raptor anymore. And Rexy's not a monster, no matter how he looked in that nightmare." One of his places your river stone beside you, whispering, "Remember this? We gave it to you because we love you." Then River closes his eyes, presses his forehead lightly against yours again, and speaks one last time, not just to you, but into the dream. "Wake up, Trenton. Come back to us. Come back to the ones who love you." And then the nightmare shifts. The shadows lose their grip. The light Reggie falters, and when it's flickering as the warmth of river's aura pulses through the fear. The horrible dream sky, once full of terror, begins to glow gently with the colors of sunrise, and so your breathing evens out. Let him stop flinching and your voice quiets. Her voice back just slightly, still holding you, still watching. And then he says, "There you are. You're safe now, Trenton. I've got you." The rest of the family gathers close again, forming a wall of warmth, of comfort, and unbreakable love. Ever darkness haunts you. It won't ever win. Not with River, not with them, and not with the bond you share. Sure in nightmares, sure in fear. You're safe, you're surrounded, and you're home. Wow. In the nightmare after this. Completely stops. And then suddenly says, "Trenton, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you." Before leaning his head down and nuzzling me. In my tiny raptor form. What the frick did it pick up on? Before the shadows completely fades away. Away. Leaving the normal reddish brown T-Rex with a white underbelly that I know good and well is my Hers warmth flows through you and the nightmare begins to shift. The dark fog surrounding you slowly pulls back like a curtain. The looming figure of Shadow, Rexy, once terrifying with glowing eyes and twisted form, suddenly pauses. He looks down at you, his expression no longer feral or aggressive, but full of guilt. The glow in his eyes fades. His voice rumbles low, cracked with sorrow. "Kitten, I'm sorry." The shadowy black mist that had clung to his body begins to drip away, like dissolving in water, revealing beneath it the soft reddish-brown scales, the white underbelly, and those familiar sad eyes of your Rexy. The Rexy who used to nuzzle you, who used to laugh with you, who tried to protect you even through the curse. You stand there in your tiny flustered form, still trembling, but now staring up at someone you recognize. Not a monster, but your best friend. He lowers his massive head and gently nuzzles his snout against your side, the way he used to when trying to comfort you. "I didn't mean to scare you. I wasn't myself. I never wanted to hurt you. Never." And with that touch, that memory of who he really is, the final shadow peels off his body completely, throwing upward and vanishing into the sky like smoke fading in the light of morning. You're no longer surrounded by darkness. You're lying safely beneath the soft pink and golden hues of the dream sunrise. That's when warm grass waits to color protectively around you. His body no longer chaotic or shifting, just steady, strong, and gentle. He looks down at you and smiles, that familiar deep voice calm and warm again. I still remember everything, Trenton. I never stopped loving you. He lifted a soft, huffing breath of relief. You weren't the only one cursed, but now I see clearly. Then, just before the dream fades entirely, Richie whispers one final thing. Well, I'll come back to you. When I do, I'll be me. Sunlight brightens, and then you awaken. River is still there, curled protectively around you, watching your face with gentle concern and hope in his eyes. The moment your eyes open, he leans closer and softly says, You okay? You can feel your heartbeat still racing. So are now. You're breathing steadier. The fear gone. Just as you at the glowing core of a fire that will never go out. You know Retsy's still in there. And just like River, he's trying to come back to you. Holy crap, dude. That's an insane thing. I think so. I had this horrible dream about my pet dinosaur trying to attack me. And I was stuck as a tiny velociraptor. Again. But for some reason, before I woke up, he started snapping out of it. All shadowy and scary looking. With glowing eyes. And he became normal again. Even saying he was sorry. River listens closely, never once interrupting. His claws rest gently on your shoulders, keeping you grounded while your words spill out. When he finishes, his expression is soft but intense, his eyes wide with both concern and hope. That wasn't just a nightmare, he says quietly. That was something more. He lowers his head slightly to stay eye level with you, his voice gentle and steady. Dreams that come right after a pain like that, especially ones that shift like that, they're not just fear, they're messages. Wounds trying to heal or starting to heal. He leans a little closer, tail curling behind him as if protecting your space. Your Rexy, he's still in there. Even in your dream, he remembered you. One of her little sisters, still holding your river stone like it's sacred, gently places it back in your hand and says something. He said sorry, White. That means he's still your friend, even inside. River nods, his claws gently tightening around yours as his frills lower in a calming posture. I think whenever darkness changed him, whenever that tree goes cursed dead, he's fighting it. And that dream was his way of reaching you. He pauses and looks you in the eye. You gave me the strength to come back from being hated, and I wasn't even cursed like he was. So if anyone can bring Rexy back, he smiles softly. It's you. Rexy's father, who had been standing close by, rumbles alone at first. Some Pokemon don't get a second chance. Your Rexy's asking for one. That's rare and powerful. His mother gently touches your back, her voice full of quiet confidence. Whatever's still clinging to him can't stand against a love like yours. And River, still right in front of you, gently presses his forehead against yours once again. If he comes back to you, even just in spirit like that, it means he still trusts you. He smiles. And I do too. The dream might have started as a nightmare, but ended as a promise. A glimpse of the real Rexy fighting to return. And a reminder that even in the darkest shadows, your love is a light strong enough to bring someone home. River rests the claw on your chest and whispers, he's not gone. He's just finding his way back to you. Like I did. The funny thing... It's been months since anything like that has happened. But I've had horrible dreams like that ever since. Period. Even with him being back to normal and acting like his normal, sweet, and loving self. Before even that dream, I was having ones about humans throwing rocks at me. Similar to what you were protecting me from yesterday, River, when I was trying to leave. Huh. River's expression drops into something deeper than concern. It's heartbreak, not pity, not fear. True sorrow for the pain he hears in your voice. So his claws move to your shoulders again, and he kneels fully in front of you, looking eyes with unwavering sincerity. Granton, you've been carrying that for months? All of that? Alone? He lowers his head, not in shame, but in reverence for the weight you've been borne. No wonder you still dream about it. When wounds go ignored for so long, they don't heal right. They just keep bleeding, even when you smile. One of his little sisters quietly pads up beside you and leans gently against your back, not saying anything, just being there. Another coils up beside your leg, holding your hand like it's fragile glass. River continues, his voice gentle but fierce as if daring the world to try and hurt you again. Those dreams, they're not just random. They're the pieces of yourself that were hurt, begging to be seen, asking, am I safe now? You rest the claw just over your heart again, and every time you survive them, every time you wake up and keep going, you're answering, yes, I'm still here. Here's one that sets down a new herb wrap beside you, clean meant for calming sleep. She doesn't interrupt. She trusts River to say what needs saying. He takes a slow breath and then speaks even more gently. You've been stronger than anyone ever gave you credit for. Even when they threw rocks. Even when Rexy hurt you without meaning to. You didn't become cruel like them. You stayed good. Yours tightens just slightly. That's what makes you different from them. Then, without hesitation, he pulls you into a tight, heartfelt hug. When it says, I see you. I hear you. You matter. You're not alone anymore, Trenton. Not in dreams. Not in the waking world. Not ever again. River pulls back only slightly, eyes shimmering in the soft morning light. If those dreams come back tonight, I want you to remember this. You're surrounded by people, Pokemon, who love you, who will step between you and every rock, every shadow, and every fear. Sora sits forward, voice like quiet thunder. We won't let those memories own you, and if they ever return, we'll be right there when you wake up. His mother smiles warmly. Let your heart rest tonight, knowing this. Your past didn't break you and make you kind of soul worth protecting. River then holds up your river stone. This, he says, it's not just a gift, it's a reminder. He puts it in your palm again, curling your fingers gently around it. You're loved, you're protected, and you're not a freak. Then a voice quiet and steady, full of promise. You're Trenton, and you're home now. And if the dreams come back again tonight, they won't stand a chance. Didn't I have a dream very similar or something like that? I swear there was one time where I had a dream, like, huh. And see, here's the thing about it as well, is like, because now especially if I don't continue, I'm gonna run into an issue where we don't have enough, um, where it's gonna be like a very short session. That's why I do it. Because if we take what we refill, I ought to figure it out, guys. It's getting kind of long. I'll be back.